Alright, what is up, y'all? So, I made a video, here it is, and it's doing alright right now. And I've gotten some people asking about my build, and what specifically this Flame Heavy Star Kindred build is, this gank build. And so this video is just going to be going over like what the build is, some of the synergies with it, and how it is honestly really strong. So, first things first, this is a gank build. If you use this thing in Chime, you will not win. This thing is not that tanky, and it's really built for ganks. Alright. Now, I'm going to go over my armor set first. So what I'm running is a Moon Ring, a Waning Ring, Ether Imbued Earrings, a Reinforced War Helmet, Citadel Frames, Pestilence, Congas, Champ's Cape, Stratus Cloak, a Fold, and Bluestone Boots. So now to go in more depth to explain what the kit on my build does. So I use a set of earrings called Ether Imbued Earrings, and what is so good about them is that they provide 10 Drew damage on a Mantra guard break, and it synergizes really well with my build because I have level 5 strong left. Also, another buff that my kit gives my my build is the Reinforced War Helmet. It has a talent called Fatal Strike, and when strong left has a rat gem on it, it makes it to 20% more damage, which really helps with giving me more damage on this build. Another thing is Champion's Cape with this build. Now, this build is not that tanky, like it's really not the tankiest, but Champion's Cape makes it have some survivability, especially in ganks, because of its talent, No Interruptions. So basically when you're C-tagged by more than 2 people, you take like no damage from ranged attacks, and so you're chilling in ganks, you're very tanky. Now another thing, you don't have to go 2 Rare Edition on this build, but I do anyway because I like having some ether, but running Bluestone Boots really helps because of its talents. It just makes blue gems like way like cost way less, so like your mantras are not nearly as expensive, so you can use them more. And I run a blue gem on basically every mantra. You don't have to run a Fold, I just run it because it gives me some tankiness. You could always run a Tyrian Pennant or whatever. If you're making this build, I very recommend going Vesperian because of the talent it has called Chitin. Where is it? Right here. It gives you extra fizz, it's like 5% fizz or something like that. And the reason why we need to get as much fizz as possible is because of the armor set we're running, Stratus Cloak. Now this is the best gank armor set. Honestly, I think in my opinion, it's the best armor set in the entire game. Now, what it does is it gives you a +2 speed buff at all times. And what this means is that you basically have a 12.5% speed boost at all times. And that means that like when you're in a campfire, you usually can't move. You can move when you have a Stratus Cloak at a campfire, just because it makes your mobility like that much faster. It makes your win gems like insane. So when I have you can outrun basically everyone on builds with Stratus Cloak that are like agility centered. Even though this thing goes 40 agility, it's super fast. And since we go 100 strength as well, we get Berserk. So another run tech with this, since you have Stratus Cloak, you have Adrenaline Surge, and you have Berserk, you're able, if you have this talent called Lightweight, whenever you have no armor, you move faster. So you can basically proc Berserk, and you are just like bolting around, like really fast. Although this doesn't look that fast, like when you have a speed gem proc, it's like you move fast, like you really are going. Some of the things with this build too, you don't have to go Pale Briar. I would say like Relic Axe or Master Hawks is better because you just do way more damage. Now, personally, if I had to pick another weapon to use, I would pick Master Hawks because of its talent, Battle Frenzy. It just basically makes it to where when you block mantras, it doesn't do as much posture damage, which is really good in ganks. But I preferably take Pale Briar because its crit is really good to play off of, and especially when you're on a very not tanky build like this one, having the crit to just kind of sit in and like be able to kind of cheese people with is really helpful. And also, since you go Star Kindred, what you can do on this build is you can do that into Death Load and just get a ton of damage off, and it's really good. Some other combos on this build that I like recommend is just like basic uppercut combos on a Rising Flame like that, and Flame Leap. It does a ton of damage. One of the big like things about this build is how it just goes 40 Flame pre-shrine, and this allows you to get things like Flame Wisp and Flame Within, along with Rising Flame and Flame Leap. So having Flame Within with a Flame Wisp, it basically gets rid of like the debuff of even having Flame Within procced. Like I really don't take like any damage. Now if you even want to buff this up even more, you can run the Flame Worshipper Shield. I don't run it personally because I'd rather have the extra posture restoration, But if you have the Flame Worshipper shield with this build, it has no downside. So you basically always have that damage buff active. If you ever played Heavy before, at least like a year ago, when like Low and Blessed Flame Heavy was like at its peak, you know that Rising Flame on Heavy is insane, because Phoenix Impact, the talent that procs with this, it does a Meteor Slam whenever you're in the air with a Flame Mantra, and that damage from the impact is your scaled M1 damage plus 10 true damage. I'm fairly certain. So whenever I like go in the air, it does scaled damage. So I'm doing a lot of damage. I'm doing 57.29 damage. And you run Rising Flame, and you also run Flame Leap, so you get 2 procs of this at the same time. So it really hurts, like really badly. So when you have some of your buffs active, like if I was to like this and Berserk, and I was to hit this, like both of those, that's a ton of damage. And it also procs Grim, so you do even more damage. And it destroys people in ganks. Like it hits a lot. So now onto some of the combos with this build. This is the first one I like to do, and it does a ton of damage. So if you could show people your kit you're running.
Yeah.
On that build.
There you go.
All right. So let me know when you get to 75% posture. All right. Hold block.
All right.
I think it's 4 moves.
Okay, there we go.
So strong left, uppercut into this and this. That's even though I had to hit him like 4 times for his posture to get up high in ganks, like it's really easy to hit that. It's not that hard to hit guard breaks. So so now this is like one of the other combos I really like doing. It's pretty easy to hit. It's really good in water, this combo, and all I do is I just feint that M1 into crit. It's pretty basic, but it does a lot of damage, and it's really good for just like getting people off you. And especially on heavy, or basically every build, when you uppercut people and just hold block right after, they vent a lot of the times. So it's not too hard to hit that combo off, but that's also one I'm a big fan of doing. So now onto another combo. This is pretty easy to do, and it's like with every single Palebriar Start Kindred build, all you do is the Palebriar crit and a Death from Above. And it's kind of crazy because it's really hard for like the opponent to parry the Palebriar crit and also parry your Death from Above at the same time. So you usually get a guard break off from that, and you're able to chain it to a lot of other mantras like Shoulder Bash, Exhaustion Strike, or Strong Left, or even Sky Shatter Kick, and you're able to just continue doing a ton of damage. So now I'm going to show you a combo with all of the mods active. Now, it's kind of unrealistic in a gank to have all these mods active at once, but you'll usually have one of them active, or maybe all of them, I don't even know. But I'm going to show you how much some of the normal combos do with it. So we're going to proc Flame Within, we're going to proc Berserk, and we're going to do Adrenaline Surge. So I think it's 4 in 1 to get you to high posture.
Wait, keep going, keep going.
Is that good?
Keep going. No, one more. Okay, yeah.
So now we're going to do a guard break. We're going to do uppercut, this. That's pretty much, that's just like one combo, and it's, as I said earlier, they're not too hard to hit because it is, you know, flame combos, so they're just like kind of crazy.
Yeah, you just did 75.
So another big perk of this build is it's kind of agility centered, with it not going like really high agility. And especially in ganks now, especially with the meta of like Nosaki build clones, which is this kind of is, but like where they run 100 agility on everything and they're just flying around like crazy. Having Stratus Cloak along with some of these other buff things make you really hard to catch and also can make you run pretty far. So I'm just going to show you some of the buff things in water that make your agility really fast. So Adrenaline Surge, Berserk, and Shoulder Bash. You swim really fast in water. Like you are flying. And I only have 40 agility. So this is also without Wind Gem right now, but like you are bolting. And he's using dash, and he also has 40 agility post shrine. So it's not like he's really slow. I'd say he's like the average build, but you can absolutely dust people in this build. So this is another example if it's agility. Since it goes Star Kindred, you have the buff air dashes as well, so you have better vertical mobility. But you also have stuff like dash. I'd recommend running these mods so you can go really far. Even though it says it takes 42% of your ether, you have Bluestone boots, so it really helps. So let's just have a race with these things active. So like, You can kind of just absolutely dust people in this build. It's really nice because, like, realistically speaking, I'm like not really getting caught here unless they're on like 100 agility post grind with Stratus Cloak. But you can run really fast, and I'd recommend when you're also running, always proc Berserk because you get that extra movement boost from lightweight. Thanks for watching my video. If you're making the build, thank you as well. Hopefully I don't have to face this build because it hurts a lot. But thank you for watching. Bye bye.